If you're like me, you're probably very, very good at overthinking your next step. And whether that be your future career, your future relationship or marriage, your future place you're going to go to school, whatever that may be, you're probably very good at overthinking what's that going to look like. And whether that's because of fear or uncertainty, because you have no clue what that looks like, I understand. And even in the last 90 minutes or so, I've been overthinking what to even say for this video. But there then came a point, which is now, where I had to just press record. And I think that's it. I think that's the punchline of this video. Sometimes you just have to press record. But how do you press record in your own situation? First, recognize that you can only get to step 2 by going on step 1. And what that means is, imagine you're playing a game. And in this game, you're on level 1. And as you look and scroll down the rest of the levels, they're all locked. They all have a lock symbol next to them. And that's because you have to pass level 1 before you can get to level 2, and so on. And in the same way, when we look at our lives, our life is often like a game. We don't get to certain levels until we master or learn what this certain level or season of life is teaching us. And this is why I love to think of life as a game. That doesn't mean I don't take life serious or I'm overly playful all the time, which I do, which I am sometimes. But I understand that there's a time and a season and a place for everything in life. And that means that there are times and seasons where we have to learn lessons and grow through things, whether that be through pain or whatever it may be. We have to learn before we can get to that next level. And so bringing it back to our lives, when we understand that there is a time and season and a place for everything, it gives us comfort and a sense of contentment that we can't always see the future. We're never going to be able to know everything that's going to happen, and that's okay. But we do know what we can control right now. And so when we can come to peace with that and understand that it's all part of the process, because I can't get to level 2 or 100 before I complete level 1. And another analogy I like to think of when I think about this is, imagine you're watching your favorite show, binging your favorite show. Pull that show up. When you first watched it, there probably was an episode where there was a cliffhanger. And this cliffhanger left you at all sorts of uncertainty. You didn't know what was going to happen. Maybe the next episode, your favorite character was going to die, or something in the show would have completely shifted. You didn't know, but all you knew was that there was another episode. And in order to know what happened in that next episode, you had to click it. And it's funny because when it comes to our lives, we oftentimes can overthink and not want to click that next episode and would rather just stay in the previous episode instead of taking or having the courage to step forward into that new season. But when it comes to our shows, we have no problem with clicking that episode and finding out what happens. It may sound silly, but there is a piece of courage that comes in there because you don't know what's going to happen in that next episode. Something terrible could happen or something great could happen. You don't know. But you had the courage to click on that next episode because it was all you can do in the now. You couldn't see the future of that episode, but you knew you had to step into that episode. In the same way, in your life, in my life, there are many things I frankly cannot see. I think it's easy to trust God or be confident in my future when I kind of have an idea of what that's going to look like. But when I don't know and when I can't see what's in front of me, it's harder to walk in that. And I'm saying that now. But even though it's harder, it's necessary. So wherever season you are in right now, be faithful to that season in the now, because you can't live in the future. You can't live in that next level, but you can live and thrive in the level you are in now. So embrace it.